So this next thing, this is very unique. I was able to bundle this entire deal into one. I'm gonna stand up because these are a little bigger. I might have to mess with the camera. But this is, to start, a bundled deal. And these all came from the same seller. But this is an autographed photo of Roy Rogers Band, the Sons of the Pioneers, along with a signed Sons of the Pioneers trucker cap. Alright, so we're going to talk about the Sons of the Pioneers. Who are they? What are they about? Alright, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to kind of talk to you about what I know about the Sons of the Pioneers, which is very little. So I'm going straight off of the Wikipedia page here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. The Sons of the Pioneers are one of the United States' earliest Western singing groups, known for their vocal performances, musicianship, and their songwriting. They produced innovative recordings that have inspired many Western music performers and remain popular through the years. Since 1933, though many changes in membership, the Sons of the Pioneers have remained one of the longest surviving country music groups. So they still are performing till today's standards. Now, there's a small asterisk behind that. According to the Wikipedia page, since 1933, 44 singers and musicians have been official members of the Sons of the Pioneers. Now, I don't know my history of music that well, but that may be a record. You know, along with, you know, them being performers since 1933. I mean, that's like thinking of with the that's a bad comparison. But that's thinking that almost, you know, something like that you're listening today is going to last almost another 100 years. You know, or, you know, almost 90 years, I guess, into the future, and the band members change and etc., but it's still the same name of the group. Now, obviously, these are not signed by Roy Rogers, okay? And Roy Rogers, also known as Leonard Sly, was the lead vocal and guitarist. According to their Wikipedia page again, they are credited, the band as a whole, are credited with appearing in 87 films, several movie shorts, and television series. Basically, they're in most of Roy Rogers', you know, films when he was in there. Most recently, they were in the Coen Brothers, The Big Lebowski, you know, members of the band were. Obviously, that was not the original members. Now, Dale Warren, who is the one that signed this photo right here, and also the hat, is one of the members that kept it alive, so to speak. Many of these players have come and gone throughout the years. Mr. Warren was the lead vocalist from 1952 to 2008. So until his death, he was still performing, you know, at that level. He was obviously replaced, you know, and again, I don't know who all of these gentlemen are. I mean, there's 44 names listed here, so I'm not gonna go through all of them, just trying to figure out, you know, who's who. But you know, this appears to be possibly the same people on the photo that signed the hat from maybe not. Gary. No, actually I don't think they are. Well, anyways. One of the most unique items I've ever found. So what I pay for it. Okay. Well, this is kind of a combination deal here. I paid $5 for all of it. So $5 for the hat and the photo. Now, I was able to get that price down a little bit because he wanted a little bit more, only because of what I'm about to show you next. And I bundled it all together into one big thing. And what that was is, do you have any more autographs? And he said, yeah, there's a whole stack right there. So I picked the stack up. I kind of thumbed through it a little bit. I didn't really look, oh, there's so-and-so, there's whoever. And I said, how about 25 for the whole stack, sight unseen? And the guy's like, yeah, I've been sitting on them for quite a while, so I'll give them to you for 25. I said, well, will you throw the Sons of the Pioneers in there also for $5 more? So for 30 bucks, I got the Sons of the Pioneers autographs and this whole stack of photos. So we're going to go through these, and I'm going to show you this personal collection, I'm guessing David, of autographs from the 1990s. As you can see the date there, Mickey Gilley's Theater, 6/20/94. And that is indeed signed by Mickey Gilley, 1994. And on the reverse side of that is a Roy Clark autograph, who just recently passed away. And that is also dated from 1994. Looks like a comp ticket, so it was a freebie ticket. So Roy Clark and Mickey Gilley. Now this one is probably the best one out of the pile. And I don't have any idea why that's in here. Maybe they wrote them through the mail, or maybe they made an appearance at Branson. But Regis Philbin and Kathie Lee Gifford, or Kathie Lee. And on the reverse side of that is James Darren, which I'm not too familiar with him. Jim Barber autograph. He still performs to this day. Getting a little blurry there. He still performs to this day in Branson. And on the back of that is somebody I don't know, named Jennifer. Not sure if that's one of the Lennon sisters, maybe. I don't know. So Jennifer. And everybody knows this guy, Tony Orlando. So to David Davis, God bless, Tony Orlando. And there's the ticket stub for Tony. And on the reverse side of that is, not sure who John Davidson is, but John Davidson, and shoved in there also was a Barbara Mandrell program with a nice big coffee stain. Unfortunately, Barbara did not sign that, so that would have been a nice addition, autograph, but that was shoved in there. I'm familiar with this gal, Christy Lane. I told my dad about this, and he's like, oh yeah, I know Christy Lane. So again, 1994. On the reverse side of that is, who do we got here? I have no idea who that is. Oh, it's Jim Stafford, but it looks like he also got the rest of the band to sign, maybe, I don't know. So Jim Stafford in band, which I believe he still performs in Branson. Everybody knows this guy, Charley Pride. Charley Pride, that's the third Charley Pride autograph I've actually gotten in my collection. I've never shared the other two with you, but maybe I'll get around to doing that someday. And on the reverse side of that is Joanne Castle. Not really sure I know who that is. If you recognize any of these names, please feel free to comment. Here's apparently a Beatles tribute band from the 90s. Don't know these guys. Alright, sorry about the blurriness. This is a band called Jazzy. I don't know them. And on the back of here is the Unknown Comic, who was kind of popular for a little while there. My father was aware of him too. He's like, that's the guy that wears a bag on his head, right? I'm like, yep, that's him. So he's not really unknown if you sign his name though, right? So I'm not sure I know who the Unknown Comic is, so if anybody remembers the Unknown Comic, definitely say something. This one, I don't think is real. I can't tell who it is. Oh, I know who that is. That's Loretta Lynn. But if you look closely, it appears to be a printed autograph, and they just added the to Dave. So unfortunately, I don't think the Loretta Lynn is authentic. I mean, I could be wrong, but just looking at it, it looks like a printed on autograph. Maybe I'm wrong, though. On the back of that is Roger and Roger. Not sure I know who those guys are. Now this one, I thought I almost had something here, but this is clearly a pre-print or a print or whatever you want to call it. And that's Liberace. You can see that it's been printed, almost like a bulletin. I told my dad when I haven't showed this to my father yet, but I was on the phone, I'm like, this almost reminds me of a church bulletin. Like what we used to use at the church I grew up at. They would print it out, back in the back or whatever, and that'd be the church bulletin. But that's clearly not a real autograph by Liberace. You can really see the pixelization on the autograph there. So, and this is the holder that it was in. So, here we go. I don't know who this is. Down Home Country Show, signed by whoever those people are. And on the reverse side of that is the Texas Gold Miners. Looks like the whole family. So, not really sure who that group is either. This is one of the Mandrells, I believe. Yeah, that's one of the Mandrell sisters. So maybe Jennifer, I don't know. This is apparently Philip Welford, a comedian. And it looks like behind that is the Presleys. And that's a cast signed Presley's thing, and they still perform to this day. Again, I don't know if the members are the same, but they have a Presley's Country Jubilee Theater off of Highway 76 in Branson. And on the back of that is the Lennon sisters. And they all signed their first names only, fortunately. There is Debbie Campbell, which is, I believe, Glenn Campbell's relation. Kind of got the ticket in front of her face there. There's the ticket from '94. This person really went all out in 1994. Mo Bandy. Mo Bandy's former Branson guy. I don't think he's still around though. Performing in Branson, but 1994. This family's still in the business. She's well grown up now, but the Shoji Tabuchi family, the violinist, he still performs to this day. Actually went to his estate sale once. So he has a lot of he has an estate sale thing going on, or at least he did a year or two ago, that he sold like a lot of his excess stuff, that was like gifted to him over the years, like dinnerware and stuff like that. Not sure who this one is. Looks like Brandy something. To David, love Brandy something. Can't say I know her. Definitely has the 90s look there. And this is also in there, a postcard signed by somebody at the Will Rogers Theater. I don't know who that is. Alright, so here are the Branson brothers. I don't say they were too original with naming their group. And this is the one that made me the most excited. That is a signed Eddie Rabbitt photo. Now, Eddie Rabbitt is probably, that's a huge, huge autograph now that he's passed away. It's personalized, but still awesome. Awesome. And I think there's a second one in here, if I'm not mistaken. Here's a photo of Melody Lane. Doesn't look to be autographed. Not sure I know who those people are, but the Eddie Rabbitt is definitely... Oh, actually, the Melody Lane one is signed on the back. Ellen Silver. I'd say I know her. And on the reverse side of that is a photo of Alan Edwards, not autographed, whoever he is. And not sure who she is, but that's clearly not autographed. She just added the "To Dave, God Be With You." It looks like Iman, but I don't think it is. What do you guys think? Is that Iman? I don't know why Iman would be performing in Branson, David Bowie's wife. I don't think that's her. Could be, though. But it's not really autographed, so who really cares? Another Moe Bandy autograph, so it's the second Moe Bandy by Moe and the entire band. This was interesting. This was shoved in there. It's a TV guide with William Shatner and talks about all the Star Trek stuff. I pulled it out thinking there might be an autograph, but no autograph. So I don't know why that was in there. There's another photo of the Sons of the Pioneers. So that's the second Sons of the Pioneers photo. This one's just not framed, and I think some of the members are a little bit different than that original photo I showed you. Then on the back of that is some more autographs of Foster Brooks, the actor, Ferwin Husky, and Kirby Van Birch, who was a magician that just recently closed his theater a couple years ago here. Yakov Smirnoff still performs here to this day. So a Yakov autograph. This one's a little, there's a second Eddie Rabbitt, but this one's a little interesting. This is the Osmonds, but unfortunately Donnie didn't sign it. So it's 3 of the Osmonds have signed this, but unfortunately Donnie was not one of them. I think that's Donnie. Looks like Donnie. Could be wrong. And the Eddie Rabbitt, like I said. And finally, I do not know this band at all, but this is like probably an awesome name. Nonetheless, it is the Farina Music Machine with starring, or now appearing, Shady Wadey. So, okay, Shady Wadey. So anyways, very happy to get 2 Eddie Rabbitt autographs out of this. Again, I only paid $25 for the entire stack. These don't have a whole lot of sentimental value at all to me. So I bundled this along with the Sons of the Pioneers photo and hat for $30. And this was a separate purchase. And this again was $15. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know this one was a little bit longer, but I just wanted to show off all the cool stuff that I recently picked up at storage lockers and flea markets. Kind of a crazy little lot of stuff if you ask me. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, happy collecting.